Hi, my name's Norma and I'm going to show you some techniques that you might like to use in your paint the town picture. I use a lot of collage in my work, and collage is just a simple technique where you take a background and then add things on top and glue them down. We're going to try and make something a bit like this one that I did a little bit earlier, but we'll do it step by step. And the first thing is to find your materials. You can use some packaging from a parcel, a container from your food, maybe some magazines for some colours, or newspapers, whatever colours you've got. So I found some oil pastels and some different kinds of markers. You might like to have a bit of tape ready, and you're going to need some glue. Now I use a PVA kind of glue. It's a liquid glue, and usually I just use the tube. But for today, I'm going to put a little bit into a dish. And I'm going to use a brush to paint it on so I don't get too sticky. So, let's make a start. First of all, I'm going to make this little box nice and flat. So, open it out. And make it flat. I've taken a photograph of the building I'm going to do a picture of. Just to remind me of what I'm doing. So first of all, I'm going to put a little outline just so that I know where things are going to go in my finished picture. So the main thing is my hedge right at the front of the picture with the bushes and a wall and a colourful bush on this side. I'm not drawing it really carefully and I'm not spending a lot of time on it. It's just an outline, an idea of where things are going to go. So I'll do that for the rest of the picture. Okay, so I've finished sketching out my idea. Now I need to find the colours. So first of all, I'm going to think about the building because that's the important thing. And I need to find kind of grey colour. Ooh, I like that blue. I might save that piece for the sky. If I take the heads away from this picture, I've kind of got greys. I think they might be really good for the building, so I'll keep that one. This page has got lots of greens, but you get confused by the writing. So if I take away the writing, we can see the greens better, and they might help for my bushes. Ooh, a bright green. I quite like that one too. I very often don't use scissors, but if you've got some scissors and you know how to use them safely, that's okay too. I might use that piece there for the gate. kind of like a brownie colour. Okay, so I've gone through my magazines and I've taken out some pages that I think I might find useful and ranged them in colours. I have some greens for the garden part, some greys for the road and the roof of the house, some pinks for some of the parts of the garden, some lighter colours for the windows. So now I need to start putting things down. I think I'm going to start with the roof of the building first. So that's going to be this sort of grey. Fold that piece over. Fold that over too. I'm going to show you two ways of gluing. One way is to add your glue to your background. And then stick. It down. The other way, using a scrap piece of paper, put the glue on the back of the piece of paper, making sure you cover the whole piece of paper. This is a bit more messy and takes a little bit of practice, but it means that the paper goes on much neater and flatter. So that's my roof. Now I need to come down a little bit and put the walls of the house on. And that's kind of a lighter colour. Check back at your picture or look out of your window just to check. Sometimes overlapping paper is good too. So the side of the building is going to overlap the roof a little bit. And then you get a neater edge without having to worry too much about cutting the paper. And before I forget where I've put my marks, I'm going to put the window in. And the door. Fingers get a little bit too sticky and you end up sticking to all your paper, give them a little rub and the glue will come off and you can start sticking again. Right, bit of the hedge. Which green? Don't forget, if you really want to, you can use scissors safely. can cut your paper. Make sure you keep your fingers out of the way. Some of the darker grey for the road, and I think I'll cut that piece. And now for the hedges. I think the gate I'll cut as well. So now I have all my papers stuck down, and I've dried them a little bit so that I can draw on top and add the details. So first of all, the doors and the windows. And this is where you need to look and see where the light is in your picture. Where are the details? And try and match them up. Look closely at the bushes. What kind of shapes are the leaves on the trees? And put as much detail as you can, looking carefully. If it's nice and sunny, you might even want to go outside now. This bit might take some time. When you've finished adding all your details, perhaps then you can make it look a little bit neater on the edges. Sometimes it's nice to leave it rough. And remember, when you're using scissors, always make sure that you've got someone to help you. There you go.